Throwback gang, welcome back to a brand new episode of Elden Ring. Link to the previous episode at the top right hand of your screen, where I got absolutely humbled, I got absolutely decimated, and all hope was beaten out of me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm giving you like 10 seconds to click back, go out and rewatch it as I make my way to Rani's Rise. But yeah, in the previous episode, the Crucible Knights owned my ass. I beat one of them, but the spear variant just owned my ass. And then the Valiant Gargoyles, the boss fight of the Norkstella Eternal City where we were, they also owned my ass. And they owned my ass so badly that I actually went and did a respec. Yeah, I actually changed the stats on my character because those two gargoyles absolutely owned my ass. Now, if my voice sounds funny, it's because I have a flu, and so there's a bit of phlegm in my voice. A lot of people say that having phlegm in your voice is cool, makes you sound sophisticated and sexy. So you guys let me know, is my voice doing it for all of you? Come on, don't be shy. If it really is, just let me know. Anyway, where we're headed to right now is Rena's Rise. There's Rani's Rise and then there's Rena's Rise. So at the top of Rena's Rise there is a teleporter that is now active since we gave Rani the secret treasure of Nokron. Again, that was done like 2 episodes ago. When we went to Nokron, the Eternal City, we got the Finger Slayer blade, gave it to her. She then gave us that Sicarian statue that allowed us to turn the Karian study hall upside down. We went and found her body that she burnt and discarded and killed in the Night of Black Knives. We took the curse mark of death, and then we went to continue Nokron, and then we got our ass handed to us. But anyway, this is a Snow White sweet robe. This is what Rani wears on occasion, so if you want to look like her, we can, but it also helps your sorceries. But since you're not a sorcerer or a wizard, there is really no need to do that. But as I did say in the end of the previous episode, we're gonna continue on with this part of the story because it's gonna allow us the opportunity to get some ghost glavot. We have the final ghost glavot needed to upgrade Mimic to max level, but it's the ghost glavot in between that we don't have. And this region where we are going, alongside completing some tasks for Rani, this side of the region also has a lot of ghost glavots that should come in clutch in helping us upgrade Mimic further all the way to max level. Now, this is miniature Rani, doll, basically a small doll of Rani. So if you thought my character was really weird in simping for Rani, well, now he has a doll of her. Whatever you decide to do with that information, I will leave it up to you guys. So you're gonna pick up this site of grace, and then you're gonna rest up, and upon resting you should see something quite funny. So if you look at the bottom, you have the option to talk to miniature Rani, in short, talking to the doll. So we're gonna try talking to her the first time. She's not gonna speak. We're gonna try it the second time. She's still not gonna speak. I think she doesn't think we know it's her. And then we're gonna try the third time.
Oh, a dogged fellow, aren't we? Or is it merely thy habit to talk to dolls?
Hey!
Fine. I hadn't expected any soul to recognize me in this guise. But now the cat is out the bag, I cannot allow thee thy freedoms. Perform for me a service as recompense. Eliminate the baleful shadows which prowl these lands. The name of Rani the Witch is already sullied by thee. I will not brook disobedience in this matter. Perform for me a service as eliminate the name of Rani.
Alright, so what is basically going on is she's pissed off that we've discovered that she has another form, which is a doll. And she's like, now that you know my secret, I'm not gonna let you do whatever you want. You'll have to traverse this region and kill the baleful shadow that traverses this land. So yeah, that's what Rani wants us to do. This is still part of our quest line. And yeah, we shall be killing the baleful shadow for her. So you guys remember these guys, the well diggers? I just recently came to realize that they're actually called claymen, because they're made of clay. So from software devs, great job on the creativity on names. But yeah, this is the old palace ruins. Now if you guys, I'm not so sure any of you guys even realize it, but we've been here before, but on a lower level. When we went to the Ainsel River, there was this old palace, and if you can remember in that episode, there was also another rock slinging alien just like the one you see over there. So yeah, since the Ainsel River is below Nokron, when we were still at the old palace, we were just at the lower level of the old palace, and now we are, since Nokron is located above Ainsel River, we are now just at another level slightly above, we're just at another slightly level up on the old palace. And just like in the previous episode, where, if you guys can remember, the mausoleum compound, sorry, excuse me, if you guys can remember the mausoleum compound in the previous episode, we also had the old palace ruins, which is the uppermost level of the old palace. So essentially speaking, what I'm trying to say is this palace has various levels from the surface going under the ground. It's what I'm trying to say in a lot of convoluted words. But yeah, I am figuring out if there are more enemies, because I want to go attack that alien thing. And by the way, such alien creatures are what General Radan was trying to prevent from coming to the lands between, but we've killed him, so expect to see a lot of them right now. Wherever we go, we're just going to see a creature that originated from space that was not supposed to be here. They're not going to be everywhere because we destroyed Radan. But again, I repeat, we had to do it because, I mean, we are simping for Rani, we are simping for his younger sister. He doesn't know that, but even if he did, there's nothing he can do about it, since we are literally the one that murdered him. Anyway, I'm just gonna roll out of the way of those rocks. It seems Mimic really doesn't care about rocks. He's just like, yeah, I'm going after this thing. And I respect the straightforwardness that Mimic has. Personally, I don't have that sort of straightforwardness, but I am the one who does have a lot of strategic moves all the time. Oh, we've stunned him. Bring that face here, boy. And by destroying him, we finally get the Somber Smithing Stone 7, which the more keen of you might have guessed is the missing Somber Stone that I need to upgrade my beautiful golden halberd all the way to +9, which is just one level short of the max level available. So now that we have this, we can upgrade our weapon and allow it to deal more damage, which is gonna come in clutch when I go for my revenge against the Valiant Gargoyles. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm still going for my revenge against the Valiant Gargoyles. I've already gotten the Somber Smithing Stone 7 that I needed to upgrade my weapon further. Now as you can see, I already have a Ghost Glove Ward 6 and 7, which I'm also gonna use to upgrade Mimic further. So yeah, this time when you are going back to that battle against the Valiant Gargoyles, you're going to be in a much better place than you were when you were fighting them in the previous episode. And that's why once they beat me into submission, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, that's exactly what happened. Those gargoyles beat me into submission. Once they beat me into submission, I decided to go on another tour to show you guys that sometimes you just reach a point where you can't progress and you have to change tact, you have to change strategy, you have to change your approach. And so that's what we did at the tail end of the previous episode. Seems like Mimic is having a hard time over there, but that sounds like a him problem, not a me problem. Still gonna save him though. But yeah, Mimic, you really need to step your game up. Down there is where we shall be going to face the baleful shadow. which Rani has ordered us to take out, but yeah, it's not something that I really want to do right now. Right now I want to go back to the round table hold, so I'm just making sure that I remember the grace which we landed in. We used to come here, I mean, so that once I'm done with those gargoyles, I can make my way back here and continue on forward. So to the round table hold we go. Now what we shall be doing is upgrading our golden halberd. We shall also be upgrading Mimic, and then we shall be going back to Nokron Eternal City, the upper level anyway, and we're gonna hightail it all the way to the Valiant Gargoyles. I'm gonna do the gargoyles first. The Crucible Knight Spear variant, I'm gonna give myself some time before I go back for him, but I will be going back for him again as well. Nobody is left alive when it comes to dealing with me. Anyway, we have the Somber Smithy Stone 7 which we needed, and with that we can take the golden halberd to +7, take it to +8, and then take it to +9. Now we just need the Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, which is the final upgrade material needed to have a max level weapon. And as you can see, we shall be able to now use it. So let's talk about Rodrika.
As ever, time and technique have made her stronger. It is good to see. An imprisoned monster does not deserve an apprentice or a daughter. But at times, that's precisely what she feels like to me. I've gone soft. And it isn't easy.
And if that isn't the most hauntingly beautiful thing you've ever heard, then I don't know what is. Anyway, we need to upgrade Mimic, but it looks like I'm a couple of runes shy, so you guys know the drill. We are gonna be popping some rune items, some golden runes, because I collected some when we went to I have forgotten the place we went to, but it's where we just went to from Rene's Rise. But yeah, as you can see, we got the Ghost Glove. What we've taken Mimic to level 6, now we need to take him to level 7. I believe Mimic at level 7 will be enough to fight the gargoyle. So you guys know the drill. It's time for me to go back. No, actually I'm just gonna leave it like that. That's where we were. I'm gonna go fight some more dudes just to get some more what's it called, to get some more runes. That's what it's called, to get some more runes. Also, this is just me testing my memory to see if this is the exact grace that I needed to proceed on forward. So yeah, let's just see. I might be way off, or I might just be perfectly in place. Yeah, I'm not way off. This is the exact place which we were. So that's pretty cool. I like that there's so many of us in this region. Just see phantoms of other players playing live as you're playing as well. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to know that on this wonderful day that there is also somebody enjoying Elden Ring as much as I am. Well, I don't know if... No, yeah, I am. Despite the fact that the gargoyles beat me into submission, I'm still enjoying the game. I'm not at the point where I'm about to throw my hands up and just say, yeah, the game has beaten me up to the point of I'm not gonna keep doing this. Not yet at that point. Anyway, as you guys can see, this is the Claim and Ashes, basically what these dudes are. So something to think about. Am I ever gonna use them? No. I have Mimic, so why would I ever use a Clayman, you know? But that aside, we keep on moving forward, right? So we're just gonna keep moving forward. We shall be able to get some runes along the way, and once we reach the site of grace that opens up to the lower part of Nokron, the Eternal City, because yeah, Nokron actually has a lower part. Surprise, surprise. You'd be surprised that places that actually have higher and lower parts would not be a theme that the devs use, but they really use them. Okay, ants are back, by the way, and unlike the ants we faced before, these ones are on performance enhancing drugs. As you can see there, by the amount of health this ant just took from me, they definitely are on performance enhancing drugs. But you know, it doesn't matter. I believe my character is strong enough to be in this region, so I'm just gonna pick this up, take this ant out. Oh yeah, they're also flying ants now. Surprise, surprise. Take this guy out, and then now there's this ant. Now this ant has a shield for a head, and that shield hurts. You should not never let it hit you with that shield for a head. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep trying to go around it. As you guys can see, the shield for a head, that was just a pick-up attack. But yeah, we're gonna go around it and hit him on the squishy regions, which are not, you know, made of that hard shield overhead. Alright, we've gotten some more runes. I'm just gonna place my beast repellent torch, because for some reason whenever you see ants, there are death basilisks like somewhere close. For some reason, I don't know why. But even aside from protection from death basilisks, it gives me more light. I can see better to where I'm going. And as you guys can see, this is the Wolf Palace ruins. Now if you can remember, so many episodes ago, at this point I don't even remember which episode it was, but when we went to the Ainsel River and we came down, there was that other alien creature chucking rocks at us down there. For the more keen of you can remember, like down there, exactly down there, while we were traversing that region specifically, there was that alien creature that was busy throwing rocks at us, and we fought, and now we just fought another counterpart of it, the same, like a few moments ago. So as you guys can see, it's basically the same region, but now we are at a level above than where we were a couple of episodes ago. So I have to say that it's pretty impressive for the devs to have done that. Anyway, this is the wing of Astel. Now the wing of Astel is exactly what you think it is. It's the wing of Astel, but Astel is essentially an alien creature as well, similar to the ones we've been fighting so far, but extremely upgraded. I'm gonna leave it at that, because no matter how much I try to explain it, it's gonna be hard to picture without you seeing it for yourselves. So I'm just gonna, once we reach to Astel, I'm just gonna point out, oh yeah, by the way, this is Astel, and then you're gonna be able to compare. I don't know if I want to say her or him. I'm just gonna say it. So you're gonna be able to compare it to its other more underdeveloped counterparts. It's the same way like for the very first time when I was able to fight a Deathrite bird, and I came to the realization that all the other death birds that I was absolutely beasting were just babies, because the actual grown-up Deathrite birds were actually even more insane. I mean, right now I'm beasting on all death birds, be it Deathrite or baby. Doesn't matter, I'm just beasting on all of them. But you know, the very first time you come across the Deathrite bird and you think you can beast on it because you've been beasting on its more immature counterparts, and then you realize that it's a whole different ball game. You know, I like that the game gives you those moments of realization that you're still not it, you're still not as good as you think you are, so you need to put in the work. I mean, you got good for a certain level, and then now you're playing in a bigger league, so you need to get better, and I like that the game does that to you. Anyway, we've gotten this Lost Grace, which is what I wanted. We are back at Nokron Eternal City, as you guys can see, and yeah, now that we have that grace unlocked, we shall be going back to the aqueduct facing cliffs. And this, no, I don't want to do that. We need to upgrade Mimic some more. Just need to upgrade Mimic by a slight level, so that, I mean, going in there with the highest level of Mimic we can get away with is better than, it's better that we go in with the highest level of Mimic that we can. That way I give myself a better chance. Plus, as you guys can see, I do not have enough arcane to use the Dragon Communion seal, and it's a +6. I'm not leaving my +6 seal, and it is a seal that of course it's a fate seal, you guys know that, and it's a special seal, it's not like the common one, so it's also upgraded by somber stones just as my golden halberd is. So it being a +6 and my halberd being a +9 means that the seal itself is actually also powerful, just as a +6 the way it is. So that essentially means that I'm gonna have to go into Renala again and respec, to be honest. I'm just gonna have to go and respec so that you can give myself a level 10 in arcane. So back to Renala we go. We have a lot of level tiers, so it shouldn't be an issue for me to respec. Should do it quite easily, to be honest. I'm just gonna take one out of mind and push it into arcane. I mean, I have a 9 arcane, so I'm just gonna push it to 10 arcane. But yeah, I'm gonna push I've decided to push my strength to 40, and then I've also decided to push my after I push my strength to 40, I'm gonna now go back to pushing my, what am I trying to say? Like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Is it thy
Yeah, let's just respec first. So vigor, pushing it back to 50. At this point I realized that 40 vigor was probably not enough for me, so 50 it is. Mind, you're gonna take it down to 18, and then endurance you're gonna leave it at 15. I'm gonna push strength all the way to 34 where it was, dexterity 20 where it was, intelligence to 10 where it was, faith to 20 where it was, and arcane to 10. So by respecing, I can now use the Dragon Communion seal effectively without losing effects. And then we shall be going back to do the rune, the ball trick, the one which we used to farm runes from the start of the game. It's a very short stuff, it shouldn't even take a minute to do, so that's what we're gonna do so that we can get enough runes to upgrade Mimic, and then we shall go fight those gargoyles again. So why am I fighting those gargoyles right now instead of waiting until I'm done with Rani's questline? Well, because if I'm done with what Rani wants us to do, I'm gonna be so powerful to the point it's not gonna feel so it's not gonna be so satisfying to beat them. I want to beat them when we are at par, when we are close in levels. I believe there is nothing more satisfying than beating someone that you are closely matched with, but you just edge them out. Is like the most satisfying thing. Now, as you guys can see, without my activated rune arc, I do not have enough power capabilities to use any of my dragon spells, and so I'm just gonna be replacing all of the spells I can't use, because I don't want Mimic wasting time trying to cast a spell that he can't use because the person he's mimicked was an idiot for not replacing him. So I'm gonna be placing the spells that we can use right now, which is sad because I really wanted to use dragon abilities, but it seems that we won't be able to for now, but we shall be able to do it soon. I'm gonna remove those other sword abilities as well so that Mimic doesn't waste time with them either. And yeah, I believe these are going to be my incantations that we're gonna be using for a while. So there's that dragon. I'm gonna come fight that dragon, but it's a very powerful dragon. There's a very good reason why Caelid, the land filled with dragons, only has one dragon specifically on that bridge without any other dragon close to it, because it is a very powerful dragon. But I'm not gonna do it right now. There's also that Night Rider over there, also not gonna deal with him right now. I will come back for him as well. I'm gonna be doing an exploration, just taking out other powerful enemies that I've left in Caelid, but it's not gonna happen today. So they have more than enough time to keep staying alive for now, because on top of my agenda are those Valiant Gargoyles, and as I said, at this point I believe me and the gargoyles are at par. Mimic is not at par because the level 10 Mimic is the one that matches you blow for blow. So like the max level Mimic will mimic my character to the exact level of upgrading that I've upgraded my character. So the stats that I currently have, Mimic has like a more watered down version of it, which I mean it's still not bad because I believe my character is good. So I still don't think it's a bad thing that Mimic will essentially be a bit watered down. But you know, by the end of this episode, if not the next one, we will have Mimic at max level. and then after that it's gonna be good. It's gonna be dunking on enemies all over the place. Anyway, I'm gonna do this one more time, and then we shall head back to the round table hold, upgrade Mimic, and then go after the gargoyles. Alright, that should be enough. To the round table hold we go. Alright, so here we are at the round table hold. Oh man, my throat is so scratchy. But looking at the time, because of how much my throat is scratchy, I'm not gonna be doing a 1 hour episode this time around. Alright, Mimic, we've taken you to level 7. We do not have a ghost 8. Yeah, we do not have a ghost level 8, but that's fine. We shall be getting an 8 and a 9, as I said, as we just normally traverse through this region. We already have the final ghost clavot needed to put Mimic to max level, so we just need to get an 8 and a 9, and that's gonna be all she wrote. Alright, so you guys remember how much pain those gargoyles put me through in the previous episode? You guys remember how much I tried not to quit, and they still beat me. They pummeled on me. They beat me so hard that the only semblance of a victory for me was killing one of them in the process. Like, that was making me happy, just taking one of them down with me. And I know that's what people call a moral victory, but I'm not a believer of moral victories. You either won or you lost. That's how I've always been, that's how I'll always be. And in that same breath, those gargoyles beat me to the point I lost, and there are no two ways about it. So I've come back for my revenge. This time I am much more prepared. I have incantations that Mimic can clearly use. I have respect to give me more attack power, and I have also made Mimic even more powerful. I'm even gonna remove the torch. I really want Mimic to use everything available to him and not use some weird things. So we're gonna use Flame Grant Me Strength, that increases our attack power. We're gonna bring out Mimic as well. So, and then we're gonna heal up. We're gonna take in our bubble, the protection, and then we're gonna place our shield on the back to give us more resistance against everything. And then we're gonna golden vow to increase our attack power and charge power. Alright, it's time for our revenge. I spent a whole half an hour just preparing myself. So first of all, I'm gonna go back here to try and attract him. There's a possibility he might fall off this ledge. Okay. It seems Mimic does not believe in the... It seems Mimic does not want to play a game. He just wants to fight the gargoyle head on. Doesn't believe in trying to cheese him, which is fine. I might as well fight him head on as well. As you guys can see, as I realized in the previous fight, my normal attacks just do as much damage as my heavy attacks. So as you can see, we've already gotten him close to half. So we're gonna do Flame Cleanse Me so that we can remove the poison status effect. The poison attack is still a bit powerful on this dude, but I'm gonna run towards him so that I can leave D, Beholder of Death, and Mimic to deal with the other gargoyle that has joined the party. So I mean, it's only fair. Oh god, I mistimed that roll, but yeah, I believe it's only fair. The gargoyle that has reduced health, I can take it 1-on-1, and then the other guys can be 2-on-1 against the other gargoyle. Okay, you're gonna need to stop that. Okay, stop evading. Okay, I'm just gonna have to evade that. There we go. Okay, miss, and then cut him up. Oh god. Oh no, Mimic, no, stay on the other gargoyle, come on. I can handle this one by my own. I don't need the help you are bringing, Mimic. We need to keep them separated and in opposite sides of this battlefield. Okay, he's almost down, so I really need to take him so that he can be 3-on-1. That's gonna make this fight much easier if it's actually 3-on-1. Oh god, I miss. Whoa. That wind attack. I don't want to get hit with a lot of that. Okay. Now the one with the scythe has come in. Oh, Mimic, you're almost done. Oh, you took him down. That's nice. Well, Mimic's fight is done, but at least he took down the other gargoyle, so it's now 2-on-1. It's me and D versus this guy. Okay, just gonna evade. Seems like D is about to die, but I don't care. I believe I am sufficiently powerful enough to take out these gargoyles on my own. Well, 1-on-1 anyway. 1-on-1, I believe it's a fair fight. Oh, bring that face here, boy. Alright, we are so close. We are so close, you guys. One more hit. Suck it. Suck my nuts. Suck my nuts. Anyway, we get the gargoyles great sword and we get the gargoyles twin blade. So yeah, I might have been a bit too powerful. Now that I look at the postmortem of the matchup, I think I might have changed my stats a bit too much, because I did not even change myself too much. I actually just added levels to Mimic. But yeah, it's still cool. We've taken them out. I don't have to deal with them anymore. I don't have to continue on these episodes thinking that I'm not good enough because some gargoyles kept destroying me. So yeah, I'm stoked, you guys. I'm just happy. The gargoyles are no longer in my path anymore. I'm gonna go pick up those 0 runes that I had. Yeah, let me just go pick up these 0 runes that I lost, because as long as they are there on the map, they're gonna be something of a distraction. I might be thinking that I have not yet picked up runes that I lost, when in fact they're just empty runes. Yeah, here we go. So pick my 0 runes up. Alright, so now that we've beaten these gargoyles, it means the next region, which I had insisted to you guys was really important for the progression of our story, is now available for us to go, and that makes me so happy. So just need to head over to the site of grace, and then from there, as you guys can see, the light of grace is pointing us forward, just telling us that I should actually try and move forward. As you guys can see, it's literally pointing forward, and as you guys can see, it's pointing forward to a very, very conspicuous item. And as you can see, we get the option to rest in a coffin, because after you fight 2 Valiant Gargoyles, resting in a coffin seems to be the most logical step to follow. So let's just do that. And there we go. Now it shall take us to a whole new region, which we had no hope of reaching unless we destroyed the Valiant Gargoyles, because they were standing in the way of us getting into that coffin. Also, that coffin literally goes up a waterfall. I'm just gonna point that out because it's really weird. But yeah, this is the region that I really wanted. And do you know the funny thing, guys? I'm not even gonna be doing it right now. I just wanted it to be here so that I don't have to fight the gargoyles and waste time on a future episode. Like, That's literally the only reason. Like I want the next episode to start off when I already have this site of grace, when I already have the map to this entire region. As you guys can see, there is literally no map to this region. Like that's the only thing I wanted. I wanted to have this place available to me, so that at the back of my mind I know that the deep root depths are available and I can do anything that I want because I have the grace to it available, I have the map to it available. So that is literally the only thing. That is literally the only reason why I had to take out those Valiant Gargoyles. So I just want to rest up so that I can have my flasks refilled. Since I have the grace to the deep root depths, and I also have I have the grace to the deep root depths. That's just it. I just want to go check if there's anything else I can progress forward. Oh man, one day I'm gonna get this right. One day I'm just gonna know the directions to where I'm actually trying to go.
Greeting, are you here for...
Okay, let's see. We do not have a ghost level 8. Okay, it's fine.
Well, I took you no matter to out your arms then.
So we do not have another Somber 7 for that as well. As you can see I can upgrade my other weapons. I'm gonna upgrade this because I also tend to use the Bloodhound's Fang a lot. This is a Gargoyle's Twin Blade, but I'm not something that I really want to use, to be honest. And there's the Sword of Night Flame, which I have been also using as well. Well, I had planned on using as well before I had to absolutely abandon that idea and just respect my character completely. But yeah, we go back to the Great Waterfall Grace at the Deep Root Depths. And now I'm just gonna go forward, get the map to the region, and then we shall go back to Nokron Eternal City, where we shall now proceed on with Rani's quest as required, or as was expected of us from the very beginning. Okay, so as you guys can see, that's an Ad-tree avatar. You guys know the drill. We fought a lot of these guys in other regions as well, but we don't need to fight him. I'm just pointing out that, you know, there's an Ad-tree avatar right there. The moment we come now to deal with this region, we shall be taking out everything that we see, and I mean everything. But yeah, so far we're just gonna go atop this, I wanna say, root or stem of this giant tree, and we're just gonna run along it, nice and easy. And then as you guys can see, there's this one below it that drops, so we're just gonna drop on that one. There we go. And then we're gonna take it slow and steady. We don't want to fall off a giant root. That is not recommended. Falling off giant roots are not recommended. Right. Now we just move forward, and I'm just gonna try and keep away from these ants. As you can see, there are a lot of ants in this region as well. There are caves on that other side as well. Like, it's a whole region that we're gonna be exploring. I don't even know why I'm giving you guys a tour when it's not even part of the episode, but yeah. Deep Root Depths, not a region that you guys might have expected to see exist within the lands between, well, underground, below the lands between, essentially. But yeah, as I said, you guys we've not even gone to another land that is above the lands between. Oh yeah, there's another land above the lands between. Like, as I said, you see the game, and then you see the things that are on the surface, and you think, wow, that's a lot of things we have to do, and then you realize, oh god, there are other things we can do underground, and then there are other things we can do even more underground, and then more underground, and then there are other things we're gonna be doing again above ground. Hell, there are even other things we're gonna be doing when we go back in time. Like I don't even know how to explain it, but there is so many things that we're gonna be doing. Anyway, you guys remember what I said earlier in the episode? Wherever you see ants, it means death basilisks are just somewhere close by, so it's best to have a beast repellent torch on the ready. As you can see, there is one just lurking in the bushes. But yeah, the map should be around this central thing. I hope this is it. Yeah, this is it. So we found the map to the deep root depths. I can't fast travel because apparently I'm in combat, so I'm just gonna have to hightail it out of here on my own. So you guys can see death basilisk just close by. Whenever you see ants, it means death basilisks are just close by. It doesn't work 100% of the time that you'll just run into ants and then all of a sudden death basilisks are there, but I don't know, it's just a rule of thumb I've been sticking to ever since I started playing this. Whenever I see ants, I just keep the beast repellent torch, just in case I run into a room and then boom, 4 death basilisks all over the place. Anyway, we're just gonna ride out because there is nothing that I'm gonna be doing in here for a bit, and then we're gonna go back to this site of grace. It's gonna reset any aggression against me, and man, my voice is not doing so good, so I'm just gonna be stopping. But yeah, you guys can see this is the entirety of the deep root depths, and yeah, that's what we shall be doing. But I'm gonna be going back to Nokron Eternal City because that's the grace we got. I'm just looking for the grace of Nokron, the Eternal City. That's the grace we got, and then we shall pick it up from there. Okay, where the hell is it? Yeah, there it is. So Norkstella Eternal City, sorry. So safe, be smart, be kind, tell somebody you love them today. Catch you all in the next one. Bye guys.